eSports report. Benson Puckett talking about
disagreeing with
about going to get BJ's with their family. We just saw a video. We played a video called Miracles going to get BJ's with his family.
That was so out of context. That was great.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. We showed everybody.
Not with the family.
We showed everybody.
Who was the COD trivia, by the way?
Oh, Call of Duty trivia. So that player that we mentioned before the commercial break, that was Parasite. Parasite, 60 kills on retreat at Columbus. No, I didn't lie to you, though. We actually watched a video about that.
I don't doubt it, yeah.
Yeah.
Who won?
60 kills
Who won the vote?
retreat. That was Parasite. And we're going to go show you guys who won between Big Timer and Killa and Mir.
You need to learn to sit in the middle, by the way.
Yeah.
No,
You're really...
Well, I moved over when Puckett left.
You're like
now I
really,
have to
but
move
even
back.
so, like you didn't move.
But anyway,
It's okay. You weigh 10 pounds. I'll move you.
Okay, yeah, move me. There you go.
We'll help you out there.
Yep, sit me right there. Thank
That
you.
was
Okay.
romantic.
Will tells me it's Rambo
Ram timer?
and Big T.
Ram timer.
Ram timer.
They're
Is
be
that a
our-
surprise?
No.
Let's be honest here.
Versus Killer Miracles do have a big
They
fan
put up
base.
they put up a great fight, Killa, and
They blitz round
Miracles. They blitzed right through round one. It was a pretty commanding win. So it's going to be Ray and Big T going to move to the semifinals in the lower half of the bracket. They will have a matchup potentially against either Crim and Karma or Proof and JCap. That'd be a very good matchup.
What's Proof Cap?
Proof Cap
Or is it Joof?
What happened?
JCap and Proofy. Sorry, I was wondering what you...
It's Proof Cap.
Proof Cap.
Proof Cap. Versus Karma and Crim. I think that's when we're gonna do tomorrow, and then on Friday, on Thursday, I don't even know what day we're talking about anymore.
All the days.
On Thursday, we'll have Scump and Nade against Sharp and Theory.
You're a verbal calendar. I like that.
I'm a verbal calendar. Who needs Google when you have my brain? That would be ridiculous. We have the QuickScope. This is going to be the first time Puckett's ever involved in the QuickScope.
Second time. I made a guest appearance.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I stepped in as referee. You were already up 4-0.
So the way the QuickScope works is everyone votes for me, nobody votes for Ben, and we just see how angry we can get him.
Surprise, surprise! What shirt Matt is wearing on QuickScope Day.
Convenient. Some would say.
Yes.
Nature. I win.
Yes.
You suck.
Anyway,
the
way QuickScope actually works is we pick some of the topics the community are currently talking about in Call of Duty and in esports in general. And first person to answer the question will argue a sort of point if they believe it's true or against. The other person has to argue the opposite.
I added a new rule to the QuickScope. Okay?
Uh-oh.
Any day that me and Ben tie in score, QuickScope is settled under one way and one way only. A one-on-one in Mortal Kombat. That is the only way that QuickScope ends.
Yes.
If we end in a tie at the end of QuickScope via vote, it goes to sudden death. Mortal Kombat.
If I'm a fan, I want to tie it.
Correct.
No.
Yeah, definitely. Who doesn't want to see me beat your ass in Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat fatalities.
Why would they not want to watch me destroy you? I finished the campaign. I finished the campaign.
I saw you playing it.
You did.
I enjoyed Mortal Kombat.
He was sick yesterday. It's just Mortal Kombat.
I was lying in bed
all day. He was playing as Reptile.
I was lying in bed.
I checked his Xbox Live.
Kombat.
He was.
I was playing Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I know. I signed you out. I signed you out.
Yeah, you did. And I signed back in. I was like, God damn it, Matt.
I was like,
that was actually when I was on the second to last fight.
Yeah.
Fight. All right, we have 20 minutes before the cast off.
20 minutes before the cast off.
Can I ask question one?
Yep, you were the question man.
So to vote, it's hashtag QuickScope Ben, hashtag the QuickScope Matt.
No.
Sure you
hashtag QuickScope Matt. Don't put a the on there. Your votes will not count.
Oops.
Ben is not allowed to tweet out to tell people to vote for him like last time.
How? We've not even
Matt is destroying
100%
of
Nature, 100%.
The people's caster. All right. Let's go.
I like it. All
right,
question.
I want to start from fresh. We'll delete the vote because we haven't even asked the question. No. Start from fresh. I want 0-0.
You ready?
I don't care if it's only a few amount of votes. Delete the vote.
So what are the rules here? Are you allowed to agree?
No.
Not allowed to agree. And who has to answer first?
Me, because he did the
questions.
No,
it all depends.
Well, no,
usually if
you did the questions
first,
today,
then
so I go
second.
first. Yeah, so I go first, then he goes second.
Fine.
Okay. All right. Question number one. Should the perk system be removed from Call of Duty?
No, definitely not. It's the one thing which really makes Call of Duty different to other FPSs. You look at CSGO, for example, no perks in there. You have an economy system. Halo, no real kind of perk system to that. Battlefield, no perk system to that. The one thing which keeps COD the way it is. Also allows it to be different as long as the perk system is used correctly. For example, the pick 10, pick 13 is cool. Just need to make sure the perks are balanced. That's the key.
Let me ask you something. How much Battlefield have you played?
I actually casted Battlefield.
Oh, and
Did you play it?
And were there
I played on PC.
Were there perks in Battlefield?
Yeah.
Were there perks in Battlefield?
Yeah. Not like COD.
What'd you just tell the people? Did you tell the people?
It's not like COD. I said,
hey,
COD, the Call of Duty. No. Tell me, is that not true?
Pugga, do you remember when they added something to Halo? What were those called? They were called what? Armor abilities?
It's not perks.
They kind of like perks, Pugga?
They're
It's
very
not perks.
very
Specializations.
Similar to perks.
Not perks. Are they called perks?
They were not called perks.
Thank you.
They're not called
What were
perks,
they called in
but
Battlefield, Matt?
They were definitely like
What were they?
They're called specializations.
There you go. Not perks.
It's another word for perks.
It's not another
perks
word.
are in every game
A
now.
specialization
And I
is
think,
different.
You know, we argue all the time. Things are overpowered. Things are too strong. Just get rid of them. Every perk, I think, is kind of just make your soldiers strong with everything.
So you're basically saying let's play
Get rid of the
CSGO.
perks. And I think
You're saying let's play CSGO.
everybody makes the same class anyway. Everybody
No, they
makes the same
don't.
class anyway.
That's completely not true.
Just take the perks, knock them down into a few specializations, put them in XO abilities, and let's just roll like that.
Specializations now.
I think if you look at these specializations, I'm gonna have to agree with Benson here. This is totally different from perks, man. This is one class. If we look here from Battlefield, this is one class. It has level 1, talks about its different armors and whatnot. Then you got level 2, level 3, level 4, different levels of your specialization.
I'm saying if you get rid of perks,
system is kind of boring now.
No, it's not. That's
It
the
is
whole
boring.
point. Every single COD you get different things. Look at the way it's evolved. You had stopping power, you had Juggernaut. They went completely out the window. They evolved.
They just moved them to XO abilities. They just moved Juggernaut to XO ability to Stim.
That's not what Stim is. Stim and Juggernaut completely different
same
things. No,
The same
it's completely different.
It's
Perks.
It's cheesy.
Perks need to
Right.
be in COD. It's the one thing which keeps it sort of fresh, and every year they can bring out different perks. Yes, okay, maybe they need to be kind of scaled down or scaled up to be much more efficient. I
People
completely
complain
agree
that
with that.
things are overpowered. It's like
Right.
everybody is using blast suppressor, everybody is using lightweight, everybody's using
And
toughness.
I agree.
So why don't we just get rid of all of those?
No, you don't
excess
get rid of
perks?
all of them because some of
Yeah.
them are important, like hardwired, for example. If you get
telling
rid
me
of,
they couldn't
if you
just
get
make-
rid of everything,
You're telling me
no,
okay,
this is your
the
argument.
perks
This is
I
your
would say-
argument from
the
weeks
perks I
ago.
would say-
This is your argument
the
from
perks
weeks
I
ago.
would say
If
would
you
be
get rid of
what,
everything,
hardwired?
what's the skill? Where's the skill in that? People
Skill
should be
gaps in
making those.
movement and shooting. Then
No, people should be
Where it
making those
should be.
decisions. People should be making those decisions
skill
whether
gaps
to run
in movement
hardwired.
and shooting.
The decision to run blast suppressor or to run hardwired is a decision
Okay,
which
and
really
I'm
makes
saying
a
you
difference.
don't need all of those perks. Some perks that everyone uses,
You're wrong.
just give to people.
You're wrong.
Just give to people.
The people agree
How
with
many
me.
people? Oh, of course.
The people agree with me.
I also agree with Benson.
Woo!
Matt,
1-0 on the day, baby.
we're gonna call that one. We're gonna call it question 2. Reset that. Reset that. Get
65 to 35.
Yo,
I
you
love
finished
Jet.
with 35%.
Yo,
That
you
was
awful,
weak.
bro.
That
Here,
was-
he's gonna be like, yo, what's the next answer? Nature, 100%. Oh.
Does Call of
Nature
Duty need an economy system, something that we see implemented in CSGO, which requires more strategy? Someone argue.
Matt's
Ben,
first.
you get our- oh,
Matt's
Matt
first.
goes
Yeah,
first,
because I'm
okay.
a first.
I go first here. I'm gonna say Call of Duty could use an economy system.
No. Yeah. Answer the question.
Does it need
Does
an economy
Call of
system?
Duty
Answer the question.
need
Yes
an
or no?
economy system?
Yeah, it needs an economy system. I think an economy system could be great in Call of Duty. I don't think it could work the same way as it does in CSGO, but I find it actually really annoying when I have to do something stupid to unlock a bunch of skins that I'm never going to do. I have to
That's
get
not what an
100.
economy system is.
Why? You can use that
It's
as an
nothing to
economy
do with
system. Why
skins.
not?
All right, so explain the economy system you
He's
would put in
saying
the
that
game.
his okay.
Explain your economy system that you would put in the game.
My economy system would
Please.
be when you rank up like Prestige, you earn kind of like Call of Duty bucks, and you can spend them
Oh,
on
like you do
different
already?
things in the game. You don't earn they're not called Call of Duty bucks.
By ranking up, you unlock skins. By getting an X amount of kills, you unlock camos
Right,
on
yeah,
your
no,
gun.
get rid of the.
So that's-
yeah,
that's the
I'm
camo-
saying get
so
rid
that's your
of-
economy system.
I'm saying get rid of the. I have to get 50 headshots, then I have to.
You
get
already
20
know.
no-scopes.
You already know
Get
that
rid
isn't
of
what that
all
question
that.
means.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
I just
That
answered
question
the
means
question.
should the game have
Alright,
an
so you
economy
answer
system?
the question then.
I'm gonna say no. We definitely don't need an economy system because that would change the way that COD is like played. We don't need that.
I'm not saying put it into
Stick
the
to
actual
COD.
game. I'm saying put it into the.
But that's
the
not what that
second
question
part of the
means.
game.
That question means.
What? What does the question say? What does the question say?
Does-
Call of Duty. It doesn't say in the game.
He did answer
It doesn't
the
say.
question.
I answered the question.
No, you didn't.
Did I not answer the
You
question?
gave a vague
You
old.
totally went around the entire original question.
Thank you.
But
I
you did
answered
answer
it.
a
But I did
question in
answer
its
it.
own
But
right.
I did
Well,
answer it.
I won.
You didn't say anything.
I said no. We don't. It will change the game.
No, we don't.
64 to 36.
I
2-0.
feel like that is very similar to the
Yeah, I feel
former
like that wasn't-
results. Was
yeah.
this reset, Will?
This is
Should've
reset.
been
Will said it
reset.
was reset 2-0.
Early reset, 2-0
Next
bed,
question.
2-0 bed.
All right, yo, you were getting your ass kicked today. All right,
I know,
question
right?
number
It's
3. Is the system of prestiging growing old in the Call of Duty franchise, Ben?
Yes. Well, there's no need for any more. The way that the system should be done right now is a skill-based system where rather than the rank that you're given by progressing, you get given, like, let's say you play COD day 1, you play pretty average, you're given like a, let's say the number 25, right? And there's 50 numbers. You can go up the better you get. 50 is like the ultimate.
So you want to go back to Halo 2 ranking system?
Yeah.
It was brilliant. I think it's widely agreed that that was one of the best ranking systems to.
It's the only game
to
to use Microsoft's true skill.
And I think a lot of people agree that that had the best ranking system ever in console video games. So I would say go back to what clearly worked, and that way it makes people understand competitive nature. So rather than just playing to say, oh, you know, I'm going to sit in a corner, you have to win the game. Otherwise, guess what? You're going to rank lower. Makes people play for the win. They understand competitive COD eSports grows.
I'd love to agree with you, but I'm not. I think the prestige system is now growing old in Call of Duty. The casual
How many
fans
games has Prestiging been in, Matt?
The casual
How many CODs has Prestiging been in?
I have no idea.
Matt, if you could answer the original question,
Thank you. I love when fucking
It's not getting old. No, it's not getting old. It's not getting old. Casual players love it.
They do?
And you know for a fact.
How many times do you check the regular Call of Duty? How many times do you check the regular Call of Duty?
But I'm going to tell you the reason why they don't do it is because they don't want to intimidate players by having to live up to a rank.
Who
Ben
told you
me that. He gave me the exact reason why I'm arguing this.
I love the QuickScope today. This is awesome. This is what it feels like
This
to
is
win.
opposite day. This is the first time Ben has ever won the QuickScope.
Yes.
I pretty much have to argue that one because
3-0.
I had to argue the other side. I think it's getting really old.
Oh,
Actually,
it sucks, man. Don't make me prestige and let me keep
I
one
hate
gun.
prestiging. Do you hate prestige?
I hate
It sucks.
prestige.
And then all your default or your preset classes go.
All your
and you have
stuff
to
is gone.
Your icons don't even look that much cooler than the previous one.
It's a waste. It's bad. It's a waste of time.
What do you get, before we get off this topic, what do you get if you prestige all the way?
You get emblems, you get some camos, you get some icons that you can make in your emblem.
That's nothing. Is it worth the time, Puckett?
Not worth my time. All right. Should DLC be involved in competitive play? This is something we've been arguing for years.
Who gets to go first with this one? Oh, I think DLC should be involved in competitive play. I don't know if Drift went as well as everyone kind of had originally planned, but I think DLC needs to be involved in competitive play. Kind of keeps things fresh throughout the year. Keep adding some new maps. By the end of the year, you have a good fresh map rotation, fun for everybody to watch. I think DLC needs to be included.
Completely.
Why?
With CSGO, yeah, you need DLC. You need different maps because you play the game for like 5 years. This game, Call of Duty games come out once a year. The game, yes, it gets boring, but it doesn't get to the point where you need new maps, especially maps which do not work.
Okay.
If we're adding maps just for the sake of saying, oh, it's DLC, let's throw it in because it's fresh.
By the end of Black Ops 2,
it's new, but the game doesn't work.
By the end of Black Ops 2, all we saw every series was raid, standoff, raid, standoff,
and some of the best maps. Some of the best maps.
Right, but it gets very boring.
Oh,
but it gets very boring.
But there's a new game every year, which is the thing. Keeps it fresh.
Can you show the current results on this one? I know Ben just finished, so they're going to be dragging it. Matt, you were getting crushed today.
It's like the same percentages every time.
I do want to say my opinion on this. DLC needs to be in it, but the pros need to support it better.
Yes.
They had a voice in choosing what games should be involved, what maps should be involved.
Right,
no one wanted to put the time in to really test it out until it came COD Champs time and they got the announcement of a game coming in. If you want DLC to be in, which majority of the players at the end of Ghost were saying they do after playing nothing but the same gray maps over and over again, they need to also put in the time to test them and support them.
But the maps need to be good. It's all good and well saying let's just throw DLC in, which is a good thing. I do vaguely agree with that, but just throwing a map in for the sake of saying, oh, you know, it's a DLC, let's keep things fresh. If you look at some of the DLC maps, when we watched the trailers and we saw big like paintball bombs going off, you sat there and you're like,
we liked the one with the clowns.
That's cool, right? It's a cool map. It's great to play casually with your friends if you sat there eating pizza. Right. Do you want to see $1 million decided on that? No, you don't.
I don't game eating pizza. I won 55%.
I'm sorry, I believe that's a tie.
Fluctuated.
Let's wait for it to flick.
There you go.
There it is.
I won that one.
And Matt wins.
Matt wins that one. All right. I completely agree with you guys, by the way.
Yeah.
That was a really horrible thing to argue.
How would a system like Dota 2 with the compendium work ideally in Call of Duty? And could it work? So first off, before you get into the answer, explain the
Can we just skip to the very last question? Because Will said this is the last question before the cast.
Oh, yeah, definitely. What is your largest worry going into Black Ops 3? Ben, you're starting.
I have two.
You can only do
one. Biggest worry.
I am worried that rank play / league play is not going to be good enough. Black Ops 2 set the standard of this is what it should be. Ghost was basically, you're playing 4v4 like Team Tactical. That was... AW, I felt like they wanted to do it, but they just didn't go all in. My biggest worry is that they kind of go just straight back to what it was in Black Ops 2, which was great, but it wasn't perfect. They can improve it. It was so easy to get to Masters. Everyone I knew was a Master. It was like you play 5 games, you win them, you're Masters. Great. Yeah. Didn't mean anything. I want to see them use really hardcore kind of skill system, a skill-based system inside League play, and I want to make sure they make it awesome. That's my one worry. Everything else, not worried about at all, because I know Vonderhaar got it locked down.
In Vaughn, he trust.
In Vaughn, I trust. In Vaughn, you should too.
Everything is going to be fine. Your biggest worry is rank play.
I'm not worried about the maps. Black Ops 2 has the best maps of any Call of Duty. Fact. Had some of the best time to kill of any Call of Duty. The best gameplay of any Call of Duty.
So here's my worry, is that right now you kind of see everybody talking about it, and they're really excited because they remember how Black Ops 2 was and whatnot, and they want to go back to classic COD, and that's kind of what I think they are expecting. I feel like they're about to get something. Yeah, I feel like they're about to get something that's closer to AW than they think.
So you're worried about exosuits?
Speed of the game. I'm worried about how that's going to be received by the public, who kind of is expecting, okay, this was Black Ops 2.
I mean,
the next one should be like similar. I think it's going to deviate too much away from Black Ops 2. And then right there, does everyone go sour on it right away before they even play it? You don't know. You don't know.
Do you mean competitively or generally?
He answered the question.
The answer to this, competitively, every single game that Call of Duty has ever released that has been played competitively, at the beginning of the game, everyone has hated something about that game.
Right.
Black Ops 2, kill streaks. Everyone was like,
hated us.
This ruins the game. Oh, no. By the end of the game, everyone's like, this was the smartest thing. Uplink, AW. Everyone's like, I don't want to play this game. I don't want to play Uplink. This is awful. Who wants to play Uplink?
Just the general
public
gist of what the game is about. Right. The general public, they've seen exosuits for a year. We've seen lots of
I don't think they need to worry about it, because I think Treyarch's clever. I think they're going to take all the feedback from what people didn't like with exosuits, fix that, and then basically say, all right, this is what it should be.
And I also think it's going to be Treyarch's first game on next gen.
They've had 3 years to work on it.
Right, but we don't know. With the time to kill, AW is a lot closer to Ghost than I think people realize.
Oh, so close.
In time to kill.
I agree.
Is it the engine on next gen, or is it just the way the games are made? I don't know.
I think
that's something.
Had 3 years to work on
that's an engineering thing. I don't know too much
what
about that.
What engine is it working on? That's a good question.
That's what engine is it playing on? That's kind of my whole argument with that.
I think you need to worry about it.
My biggest worry is going to be spawns. What? And I think it goes back to the engine thing.
It goes back to the engine thing. I mean,
spawns will ruin a game. Like you said, they killed it in Black Ops 2. If you just give me Black Ops 2 reskinned, reformatted, I'm playing the crap out of it.
I'm playing it all day long.
I agree.
Only thing I have concern with are spawns.
But are people expecting Black Ops 2 reskinned and with some minor updates, and they're going to get something completely different?
Hey, as long as the score streaks can still chase down an exosuit, I'm good with it.
Yeah. But anyway, that's it for the QuickScope for today.
Who's the winner?
Ben's probably the champion.
Ben got the first 3. You got number 4.
Ben's the winner. We don't know who won the last question. Nobody won the last question. But guys, we're going to come right back after this.
QuickScope.
I got QuickScope.
You got QuickScope.
Cast off after this. Stay tuned.